Hi everyone, this is Callie Raspusi, the collections manager here at the Bennington Museum, welcoming you back to another tour at 10. And one of the things that I've been working on lately is a new exhibit that we're going to be doing this coming summer on maps of Bennington and maps in Bennington. And this is one of the maps in our collection. This is recently acquired, and it's one of the most colorful, fun maps that we have. This was done here in Bennington for the 1927 Sesquicentennial. That was the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Bennington, which of course was a really big deal. And there was a parade, there was a historic pageant, there were all kinds of celebrations. And this map was one of the things that was created in part to commemorate that event and to serve as a souvenir. The woman who designed this was Edna M. Way, and she has signed it and copyrighted it here in the corner, which is great because you don't often find things like this that have that kind of identification. Edna Way was originally from Manchester, Vermont. She went to Burton Academy. When she graduated, she was awarded a $25 prize for the best essay. She was clearly a very good student. And after graduating, she worked for a photographer in Manchester for a little while, and then she worked at the H.C. White Company up in North Bennington. At that time, before color photography was available, the H.C. White Company was making black and white stereo cards and black and white photographs, and they hired young women to add watercolors to these photographs to make them appear like color photographs. And that was one of her first jobs when she graduated from high school. She later went to Columbia College down in New York City and got a degree in teaching, and then she taught art at Skidmore. She later moved out to Fresno, California and taught art there, and then went back to Columbia and got her master's degree, traveled to Europe, and became a respected artist. She then moved to Ohio and worked and taught art at Ohio University and became the head of the art department there at one point. And she, her expertise was particularly in interior decorating, and she gave lectures on this topic, and it made a name for herself there, although she also did painting and created art and exhibited in Ohio and in the Vermont area too. And she would come back in the summers and live with relatives here. And it's presumably at that point that she made this map. And must have had some kind of a reputation around Bennington. People knew who she was and knew that she was a good candidate to make something like this. And a map like this is not necessarily 100% accurate. It's not really meant to show you how to get from, say, the center of town here to the gas station, up to the Governor Titchener House or to the monument. It's more of a fun illustration that would have served as a souvenir. And one of the things that I particularly love about this map is that she's marked the Bennington College for Women will be here. And this is up in Old Bennington. The monument's here, the church is here, and the Bennington College for Women was going to be located right in Old Bennington. And that didn't quite work out, and it ended up in North Bennington where it is now. But this is something that was still quite new at the time. They were still very early in the planning stages. And in 1927, they thought that it was going to end up right in the middle of Old Bennington. So this is one of the really wonderful maps in our collection that's going to be on exhibit later this year. I hope you can come and see it. And all the other wonderful things in our collection.